With the naked eye, I did not see any fog out there, yet it's showing up on my screen. Do y'all see this?
I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all.
I really had no idea it looked like this outside because I did not see any of this. It's not anything with the camera or anything like that. I'm not sure what is happening, but this is very, very weird. And it wasn't until I started editing that I noticed this.
The taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic.
In 2016, Russia covered up a whole town for 3 whole days using fog. This fog is used in military exercises. This is an artificial fog called smoke, DYMA. In some reports, it's said to be an aerosol that Russian armed forces were testing to assess its effectiveness in concealing military, in this case, naval assets. What's up, fam? Welcome back to Tommy Bites Homestead, where you're going to get the news that you can use. You're going to get homesteading, gardening, preparedness, all those things here. But we're going to talk about something that's been happening, and I'm noticing a lot of things showing up in my timeline where people are very concerned and worried about this fog that is out here, that it is not just your average fog, okay? I have clips that I want to show you guys, but I know for a fact that the fog around me, because I have water, I just assume it's just regular fog. But it's lasting longer, it's thicker. You cannot see one car in front of you. Basically, you're driving at a low speed because you just don't know where the middle of the road is, the curb of the road is, and being that I do travel over a lot of bridges where I live, that's concerning to me. A lot of people are thinking maybe it's the things that they're spraying in the sky. You know, when the planes leave those tracks, what do they call it? You need to pay attention, you guys. This is not a regular fog. I know I have a clip in here from a news weatherman saying, you know, it's fog and explaining how fog is, you know, comes about. But this is not a regular fog. Like, you can't really see anything falling from the naked eye. But if you look at it through your phone, if you look at it through your surveillance around your home, you see stuff that's falling and it looks like snow. Now, the worrisome part of it that makes people think it's not just a regular fog is many people have been getting sick. A lot of people have been complaining of headaches, sore throat. Their joints are hurting.
These few days I have been having this weird feeling like something big is about to happen, right? Like this weird feeling of impending doom. I have been having this crazy feeling like in my belly. I don't know what it is, okay? To be brutally honest, I feel like something is already happening. And here's why. For the last few days, there have been crazy reports of dense, thick fog in many states all over America, in addition to the UK. Now, this is not your regular fog because a lot of people have been reporting that they have been seeing some weird type of mist coming out of the sky with this fog, okay? In addition to that, there have been 4 plane crashes, y'all, within the last 5 days, okay? 3 of those plane crashes occurred within the last 24 hours. You had one on Christmas Day in Kazakhstan, and then within the last 24 hours, you had one in South Korea, Nova Scotia, as well as Norway. In addition to that, y'all, so many people have been reporting this weird sickness, where as though they're having muscle soreness, sore throat, body aches, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, the whole 9. And they said that this sickness had just been coming out of nowhere. I don't know about you, but I feel like something big is happening or about to happen, and these people just are not telling us. What are your thoughts?
It's hard for me to tell with that because for myself, because I have lupus and fibromyalgia, so I'm always hurting and I'm always aching. But the headache part, I did have a severe headache, and I never have headaches, but I had a headache a week or 2 ago, and I thought nothing of it until now. So check out some of these clips and I'll jump in and out.
A lot of people talking about this fog in the air, especially over in the UK. Showed the video, walked up to her car, swiped her finger on the side of it, and it's just nothing but like black stuff.
And I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but if you've got a white car doesn't stay white for any longer than a day. Right, look at all this. I went and got this car cleaned 5 days ago. Look at that. That's not normal. I've never known my car to be so dirty after washing it 5 days after.
Show you guys my air filter in my house. There's fog everywhere, and I've been feeling like respiratory issues for like a couple days now, like basically since the fog started. And I decided after seeing all the fog videos on TikTok, I would come and change my filter, which I do every month. This is a new one. Let me show you what my new one looks like. This is a new one, okay? It's a MERV 11 filter. Now, keep in mind, I just changed this filter like a month ago. Let me show you the one that I'm about to pull out. What? What in the actual? Look at this filter, y'all. I've never pulled out a filter this dark in my life.
Looks like it's conclusive. FogVid 24 is a real thing. The previous video is going viral. If you go and read the comment section, everybody's saying they were completely fine. They didn't feel anything coming on, but then as soon as they went out in this fog, whatever it is, they got a sore throat, they had to go to bed, they couldn't sleep, they were bunged up, they had migraines, they lost all their energy, and not only them, everyone in the household. There's mums reporting on it saying all the kids are ill, we've got people in Kentucky, we've got people in Sweden, we've got people in Finland, all reporting the same thing. The fog has made them sick. And you know, it's scenarios like this that always have an adverse effect. Whatever they're doing in the skies, whatever they're spraying, whatever this fog is, they're obviously doing it for a reason, but it is going to wake people up. People have had enough. They're sick of being poked, they're sick of being prodded, they're sick of poison in the air and poison in the food, poison in the milk, poison in the minds. We're being pummeled in more ways we can imagine to demoralise us over a period of time, so when things get to a critical point and everyone's screaming out for a saviour, the government's going to be there, but they were the ones that created the problem in the first place.
Definitely give me your thoughts on the situation, and I have something that I want to share with you guys, because this is also used, this fog is used in military exercises. Apparently, the Russians have used this tactic when it comes to their military exercises. So, Russian armed forces caused the closed city of Severomorsk to plunge into the fog for 3 days straight. Special purpose stationary and mobile smoke screening devices operated by the radiation, chemical, and biological defense troops generated the chemical fog that blanketed the Northern Fleet's home port. This is an artificial fog called smoke, DYMA. In some reports, is said to be an aerosol that Russian armed forces were testing to assess its effectiveness in concealing military, in this case, naval assets.
If you
Get this video to play, y'all. I don't know if they've taken it down or what, but it says assessments of aerosol masking continue for a few hours. All ships in the floating base led by the heavy missile cruiser disappeared into an impenetrable fog. And here's some pictures right here. I wish that my StreamYard was working because you can barely make that out, but you can see the fleet here. And you can see them going into the fog here. And then you start to see them disappear here. Other reports reference radiation, chemical, and biological protection, implying the aerosol may have some unspecified prophylactic quality. The Russian media portal Vesti published this screenshot from a broadcast on the Russian government-owned radio station, which carried the caption, in quotation, chemical defense troops make the Northern Fleet's naval base disappear. Y'all, something might be going on with this unusual fog that's out here. So what this article is also stating is an accompanying commentary claimed the Russian troops were capable of putting up a cloud 1 kilometer in radius, which could be sustained for up to 14 hours, but apparently they did it for longer. Other reports said that armed forces will conceal the whole city for 3 days. It will be hidden, implies the use of the smoke, the literal fog of war. Smoke is an aerosol cloud brought into the line of sight between an observer and a target. Obscurant are not considered chemical weapons. Rather, they are classified as military chemical compounds, even though some have toxic effects. So I wonder, I hate to be the big old conspiracy theorist over here, but something ain't adding up. And they say these toxic smokes, sometimes called combination smoke, include tear gas or other chemical agents that can degrade electro-optical devices in the visual and impaired wave bands. So maybe that's why you can't see what's falling with the naked eye, but you use your camera and stuff, you can see there is a residue that is being left. The obscurant is what the fog is called. Okay, so the obscurants function as a combat multiplier, the purpose of which is to screen or blind and sometimes to deceive a decoy screen. Obscurants are useful, for example, to counter an adversary's advantage in an urban battle space by concealing a ground unit as it moves through certain terrains. So could it be possible that things are being moved around in this fog that we can't see anything in? Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. But this article goes really deep, so I'm definitely going to try to link this in the description so that you can read it for yourself in full. Let me add one more thing because I was reading on. Let me add just one more thing. So it says the modern obscurants, the fog, such as synthetic graphite flakes, can screen electromagnetic tracking and targeting systems and frustrate sensors in the near, mid, and far infrared bands. So I don't know, y'all. Listen to some more of these TikToks because it is insane. And a lot of it makes sense. And some of it is like, oh, wow, is this really happening? But let's remember, art imitates life. Life imitates art sometimes.
Has anyone else gotten sick since the FOG?
Where's the fog now?
Well, it should be right outside my door now.
Oh, there's something different about this fog. Dan, stay away from the door! Someone listen to me!
And most likely, something's happening, okay? Something is happening. Another thing to think about, not be scared of, because we should not be fearing anything but God. So definitely don't live in fear. This is not why I'm making this video, but I'm making this video because so many people are making videos. This is not just happening in certain areas of the U.S. It's happening all over, and it's happening all over the world.
All right, so it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird.
Waste of words, waste of breath, 'cause I've got none to say. Thoughts stay burned inside my chest. Can take it one more day. No matter how much pain I'm in, no matter how, gotta think, I gotta breathe. Changes to come, 'cause the light's just around the corner. ways to leave. Been thinking about them all. 'Cause life's too hard, life's too mean. But I can't just jump and fall. No matter how much pain